Hey, and welcome to VFX Tutors. I'm Josh, and in this tutorial we have actually now finished doing the modelling of it. So far, well, we've done the bits where we don't need to... The stuff that's left is going to be duplicate stuff, basically. So all that's kind of left to do now is... we've gone through, and in the previous one I showed you that we go through and we check against the reference images, and it's all been and done. So now the next thing we need to do is make it not a mess. So let's start at one end, and do you know what? I will save this one more time, just in case, because you never know. I don't know. Well, I've already saved. There's already multiple ones of this, so once this is saved, we're gonna kind of just go through the entire thing and make sure it's all clean, everything's named, no history left on it, and no mess. Okay, so cool. Let's start at this end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to freeze. So actually what I want to do, yeah. And where are we? That's completely lost in chain of thought then, so I'm just going to actually, I'm going to Shift P this out. Delete all the history, delete everything off of it. And I've already named it correctly, so I'm gonna group this under flamethrower, and then I'm just gonna group that under geo. Just so now it's under group, because you might want to add, eventually you might want to add like lights that come with it or something, I don't know. It's nice to keep it all organised. So as I'm going along, I'm clearing it, check everything, smooth. Now I'm just going to hide it. I might. So let's Shift P this out and do the same again. Might actually, so as I'm doing this, I'm also checking if I need to add anything. I kind of feel I might want to add a supporting edge in that. Not necessary, but it'll make me feel happy because we already got it on that side. Cool. So see, I've got all my transforms on there, so I'm just going to be transforms history. And I want to just click and drag this onto the and I'm actually going to group this again, G, and I'm just going to call this but underscore grp but group, because we might actually need to fiddle around with it, and it's nice that it's all under there. Gonna hide that. What have we got here? Do not know. Delete it. So this will probably come with let's do these little bits first. Let's shift P. They're already out of group. Let's delete that. Let's call this ft underscore split pin top. You don't have to, but I do like to do camel case, just so it's easier for me to read, because I struggle to read it when it's all split pin top. Multi-subdivision mesh, and we can just and we will put this put that into a, don't have to necessarily do it as root, so we'll just call this fixings. Very generalist for nuts and bolts and stuff like that. So hide that, and we'll do the same for this. Let's not hide the group, hide the object in it. So it's a pretty important part of all modelling, is making sure that everything is done nice and tidy. So I think I was pretty happy with that. We'll just call this butt or latch. And that's fixed to the flamethrower, so we won't, that will actually go. Put it in GA, group this and call it body. You can call it whatever you want, really. This is just helping me make sure I map it all out. And we'll do the same for the bottom. So generally this is probably going to be quite a boring tutorial. And you don't necessarily have to actually watch it, but it's actually probably a very important one. Cool. So our stock. This is kind of where we were a little bit worried before. Maybe we would see some of the inside. So it's tough decision, and we've also got some strange stuff going on here, which we do not want. Know what that is? That was definitely from yanking that bit back, which is probably not a particularly great idea. Because now we've got this absolute mess. And now it just means that's a bit tidier. But our main issue is that there's a strong chance we might actually see inside it. But we don't see all of it. So you only really see I'm just gonna maybe we could just do something kind of not going to be proud of this, but I think it just might be enough for what we really need. We don't need anything complicated, we just need it to kind of just not be seen as one-sided. And I know this is pretty gross, but it will do the job, hopefully. So just kind of fill it in. At that risk of seeing a very small amount, you can see now, we can see in that bit, but it kind of covers that bit nicely. So I think that should be enough, really. We don't need to go too overboard with it. It's just I would say it's definitely more of a safety precaution than anything else. Not that we really need it, but it's nice to know that we've thought about it. Because you don't want to go all the way, go through everything, then you're like, ugh. It's such a small chance that you'll ever see inside it, and the likelihood it will just be pure darkness anyway. Cool. So if we like tumble around, we can sort of see that's not gonna really be seen. Cool. So what have we got here? just check all bases. Oh, so what I'll do is just delete the history, freeze transforms, delete history, then and it's pretty much going to be rinse and repeat. Although I'm just kind of going around and just deleting stuff we definitely do not need. And I end up clicking on stuff multiple times. Bad habit, really. But I think maybe this was something that we needed to actually go back, because I did look at this. This is not at all what it looks like. If we, I am going to. So I was like, I did look at it and I'm like, oh, it looks a little bit weird. But it kind of looks like something like I won't say it, but you'll definitely know what I mean. You'll know what it looks like. Because I was like, oh, it looks nothing like that. It kind of looks like this one thing that. I liked it, we won't even really see it anyway, so. It really does look like that, apparently. So, and we will adjust that as we need. Don't know why I'm doing it like that when I can just do it. Oh no, that's why. Stupid. it's actually more like that. Another classic case of following the scan a bit too much. Cool. I don't know what this is called. We will call this... I don't even know what it's supposed to be or what it's for. We'll just call it fuel band. I don't know what it's for. I'm sure it has a purpose. It's on there and I can't take it off, so... Let's do the same with this. Fuel band pin. Okay, this bit not supposed to be like that. Cool. So this is don't know if that's that particular, but basically that can bend out and there's all the electrical stuff on the inside that we don't ever really see, so things are well, so we're getting there. See, like we're 24 minutes and it's kind of takes time, and like things even the cleanup takes a bit of time. What's that? Shift P that out of anything. I duplicated everything somehow. A hotkey, which I instantly very much did not want to do, but that was silly. This is grip No one, we'll just call it grip. Grip. Screw. Let's delete all the history of that. Grip 2. Shift P. Shift P is basically just removing it from whatever group that I've thrown it in before. Grip. Bolt. It's such a bad habit doing it twice all the time, but you know. Shift P. There's kind of one thing that I really did want to do is kind of go through and maybe improve some of this, but I'm kind of thinking now this should be alright, it should be fine, we don't really see it. I know it's not ideal, but it's actually fine. Trigger housing. Shift P. So freeze transforms, delete the history. Does not look, try and see. Yeah. My spelling is not that great, but I know probably don't need to, but I will. I'm going to add a supporting edge in here, just so it's not. Would never see it. Probably could delete some of that. But I think at one point I was planning to actually do it and break it all apart. I realised actually how much more hard work that is. I know it sounds bad, but I don't really want to do it after a while. I don't see the benefit for me. Ooh. Shift P that out. So I'm just kind of generalizing. I'm sure, like, you could probably, I'll be somewhere on the internet there's all the correct names for this, but yeah, I'd rather not. Okay, so I might actually combine all these to reduce the amount of I think I just found my wiggly bit. Previously I'd lost it, and now it's magically reappeared. Cool. It's always nice when you find something that you lost and forgot about. Let's add that to that. I'll just hide that back in that. And actually, no, I won't merge all these together because I want to UV these, but I don't want to UV them all separately. So Shift P them all out. These weren't actually in the group yet, so I'm just gonna freeze all the transforms, deal with the history, and I'm gonna edit. No, I think it's a modify. I can never remember. It's rename. It's here somewhere. So search and replace names. Selected. didn't kind of work out as planned. I know there's lots of rename tools out there, but I tried to be clever and smart and use Maya without. It doesn't matter because we're going to probably actually delete these later on, and because I'm not going to UV them all separately, I'm going to UV one then duplicate it. It's just a matter of keeping it nice and tidy for now. So make sure we do that, then we can just put that under the fixings. This also, just, it's not a screw as such, I think it's actually just a pin, but to save actually put what is this? What would this be called? We'll just call it pin because that's what it is. And this is what I was trying to think what it was called. Couldn't quite put my head on it. So yeah, this is not exactly the most glamorous of parts, but it's pretty important. We've got another one here. hoping that would automatically do that, but it didn't. So, I know I keep reiterating, but yeah, it's very important to make sure everything's tidy. And you might even want to go into more Shift P that out. I guess we'll call this barrel. Just out of we'll just add Shift P. It's already out. So let's delete all the history in that. And we'll call this, I guess, hand guard. Shift P that out. Deal with history. And we'll call this barrel. And I'm not sure it's got a proper name, but and actually only got those left, so should feed them out. Not that they're in anything, but we'll just call this barrel nozzle. Not sure. Barrel. Yeah, we'll just call it barrel end and tipper, probably. Ooh, a bit similar. Cool. So I think we are done with this. Let's have a look. I think we definitely must have duplicated our scene. So just gonna shift. I display, not display my shapes. feels like there should be more bits, but there really isn't. Okay, so that's the flamethrower part. Let's delete that layer. Where we've got all these pasted let's get rid of all these pasted layers. I think I pressed Control L and it loaded in the scene. I swear I'll delete them, but they keep coming back. Cool. So we have our flamethrower. And I am going to add this into now that is clean. So what have we got now? We've got the bipod part. We're still not going to actually do the other side yet until we've UV'd it, because there's just no point. So I'm just going to select on Shift P, so it's all out. And I'm just going to start at one end. See the history. And bipod leg 01, because there will be two. Put that into geo. Gonna group and call this bipod. Let's go GRP. So all my bipod stuff goes in here. So we're almost done. That's the bipod bracket. Why did that disappear? I'm pretty sure I didn't take the hide. That's weird. Oh, where does that go then? that go into one of the layers? Why is that going? Why can't I remove that layer? Oh my god. Let's just delete that layer. Let's delete that layer. It's because it's under that. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Never mind. Let's just hide that. Hide that. Hide that. That was very silly. Oh, yeah. So let's just carry on. Right. Where were we at? Bipod leg. Because there will be another one. Bipod leg washer. 01, because there will be another one. And same with this one. Pin 01. I'm not sure. I think this would just be called a spacer, right? Bipod leg. Spacer 01. I think it's to. I think at some point it probably. Nope, not that. Would have probably helped to keep the legs in. It's quite odd, so it's, everything's kind of loose. So. So. Leg. Latch. Pin. Just looking at that, maybe just a cheeky little edge loop in here will help it. Oh, now I'm adding mass edge loops, and that's probably not always the greatest, but just helps with the subdivision, especially when you're baking stuff out. We're not doing stuff for games here, so Got a whistly nose. We are literally on the last bit. And you know what? I know exactly what this is called. Oh no. Bipod latch wing nut. Cool. So, in theory, we should be all nice and clean. Just need to do the UVing and stuff. Let's save that. I don't even know if that's saving or not. Did that save? Oh no. Oh, it's being very slow, so maybe I should not have clicked so much. Is now saved. If I look in these groups, what are these groups? This was from screenshots. Let's see what these are. So we're deleting all of this. These are all just empty shapes. Lots of stuff that's just been left behind. What is this? These are all the cameras, bipod positions, stuff that we need. Well, don't really need anymore. But yeah, we should have a very nice, everything's clean, tidy, and makes sense, and there's no duplicate stuff. The next thing would be to do the UVs, I guess. So, fun times. That will be very boring, but it's very important that we do it. So, yeah, I guess we're done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. This is definitely a very underrated part of it. What do we have? Just out of all the ones I clicked on, we have a duplicate. 19. Let's change that to 19. Cool. Yeah, the next things will just be doing the UVs and stuff. So thanks for watching. Make sure you do hit that like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.